Hello there again, everybody. This is going to be Jund League number 34 here on Twitch and on YouTube. You can find all of my social media accounts listed at the bottom of your current screen. This is the exact same list as I used in the video prior and even the one before that. This is my no-nonsense list with the addition of Cleansing Wildfire as the experimental question mark. We haven't had any... we've had exactly one matchup where Cleansing Wildfire is a slam dunk include, and that was versus Mono Green Tron. We mulliganed to 4 in game 3 of that matchup to try to find really a playable hand, and we ended up going turn 2 Wildfire into turn 3 Goyf, and that wasn't good enough. But my hand was just so small with resources that's probably why I lost ultimately. But I mean, aside from the Cleansing Wildfires, I'm pretty sure I am currently 8-2 with this particular list. So I mean, the list itself has been performing pretty well, and we're gonna run it back and see if we can improve. Yeah, there's some other things that Cleansing Wildfire has some utility in. Like it can blow up Valakut the Molten Pinnacle and Field of the Dead, but unfortunately, when you're killing those two things, they've usually already done some of the work. Alright, so here is the modern metagame, and wow, this is actually the first time Blitz has fallen out of the top 2. Humans all the way up to 2nd place now. However, Uro still the king, been there for a long time. Grixis the Shadow still on the up and up, Blue-White Control creeping back up. Blitz maintaining top 4 superiority, followed immediately following Gruul. Loris Aggro also taking a dip but still in top 8. Eldrazi Tron necking back up to its Tron counterpart, and Ad Nauseam and even Burn creeping back into the top 12. So we've got a pretty diverse metagame overall. Things I want to see: humans, Blitz, Blue-White, Shadow, Mirrors I don't mind, Loris Aggro, and Ad Nauseam. Things I'm okay seeing but would rather not: Burn, Uro, and then things that I don't want to see are Gruul and Tron. I think that's all of these 12 that I listed off. What's up, James? How's it going? Doing alright so far. We just got off of a draft that we trophied, so that was fun. Alright, so let's just get into this. Modern League with Jund Current. Yep, that's right. And play. Yeah, I mean, at least Omnath requires like 4 colors, right? Like Uro, you just need 2, and it's insane. Yeah, let's go first. It seems like a good idea. Yes, I'm playing 2 Cling to Dust in the main. I still think the card's very good. So if we're playing against a Prowess deck, this is going to be great. Yeah. I have this ongoing joke in one of my group chats, is like whenever they spoil a good green card, it's like, oh great, man, mono green blue green ramp can finally be good. Alright, mono red Prowess, so this hand's excellent. Oh, that was a mistake. I definitely should have just run and 6'd it. However, this might not even be that bad. Let me see. This is Gigantha, isn't it? Or Obosh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I should have known immediately that this was gonna be mono red Prowess. If they had like mutagenic growth or something, it's actually kind of a disaster. So pushing there might actually have been the right play. So now it's close between Ren and 6 and Tarmogoyf. If we don't have anything to buy back with the Ren and 6, I'm kind of leaning towards just putting pressure in play. The issue there is that we've already got instant in the yard, so Goyf is boltable. Since it's boltable, I'll play the Ren and 6. Getting this thing bolted is not what I want. Alright, they kept a 1-lander. That's good for us. Alright, well, backup threat is nice. I think I'm going to play the Ooze first. It's kind of just as large as the Goyf, and if they're going to bolt something, Ooze is going to take the hit no matter what. So I can just go ooze plus and then say go. I can push instant speed. But yeah, Omnath is a thing. I heard people are trying to play that thing in modern too with in the elementals deck. That seems insane. Somehow only still 2 types in the yard. So, we know they can't do anything on 2 mana except for Bone Crusher. Because they've got Obosh as their companion. Well, that adds sorcery. So now Goyf gets to live. Fetch. Another one. Like 5 minutes ago. Goyf grows yet again. We've got a backup run in 6. Firebolt me. Sure. Light up the stage. Okay, that makes some sense. Oh, that's cool. They're playing one of the new lands. Yeah, they wasted so many things on Ren and 6. I don't even know that I want to cast Thoughtseize. I guess if they have Bedlam Reveler, it's really bad for me. It might be worth just to take the peek. I mean, if they put Obosh into their hand, I could take it that way too. Can they even Reveler me right now? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can. Yeah, I'm going to Thoughtseize. I kind of think it might be a Reveler. Bone Crusher's good too. Hopefully this Goyf just takes it all the way. You want to ping something? Obosh in the hand. Yeah, that's fine. Ping a Ren and 6. They really just hate these Ren and 6s, huh? Liliana's a really great draw. That means if they play Obosh, we get to just knock it off the field. How the stream's been going, Chaos? I was watching a night or two ago. Mill is pretty huge right now. I played my last league. We played against Mill 3 times. Mono red, extra fatal push, collective brutality. I don't think I want a damping sphere. I mean, it could stop a lot of their explosiveness, but on the draw it seems pretty bad. Seems pretty bad on the play too. I think I want a Nile Spellbomb though, because if they are playing Reveler, we can mitigate that. Also, if they're playing like all their flashback stuff, we can force them to do it when they don't want to. Like we know they're playing probably Lava Dart. They're definitely playing at least 2 copies of Firebolt. All right, Ren and 6 actually doesn't kill a whole lot. I'm gonna trim those. Where'd the other one go? Oh, it's right here. Tracker is kind of slow. And it dies to a lot. Pretty much every spell in their deck. I guess I'll take out Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize loses me life. Submit. Yeah, I mean, the opponent sank like 6 or 7 damage into run and 6s that weren't even buying back lands. I think I have to mulligan this. If they have a 2-threat hand, this is just way too slow. I mean, this is slightly better, I guess. In the event they're playing Blood Moon, I'm gonna want to make sure I can get Forest. Yep. Jeez. Alright, so I'm inclined to just take the light up the stage. I mean, I really don't have a lot of ways to deal with their threats is the issue. Yeah, let's take the light up. I don't want them to go like Soul Scar into light up. Or light up into something something. Yeah. Pulse. Yikes. Alright, so I guess now I'll play the Verdant. Well, I guess I should have swamped on one. Oh, I guess the sequencing doesn't matter. I was gonna say, like, if they draw Blood Moon here, then I don't really have a good window to get the Forest. Like, I can't terminate off of Forest. So if they hit the Blood Moon exactly here, then it's kind of just like get got. Oh, hey, Chaos. Thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it. So do I want to try to save the Terminate for the Bone Crusher? Kind of do. That leaves Maelstrom Pulse open as a really good draw. Oh yeah, I hit Affiliate like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, like apparently you don't have a sub button if you're not affiliated. All right, well, I'm gonna terminate now because if I draw a Liliana of the Veil, I can empty the board completely, which seems great. Liliana, and of course, there's the Pulse. Right after I decide to terminate. Should I just Pulse the Soul Scar? Man, I could have still had it terminate. Feels bad. I've got so many things that kill Bone Crusher. I mean, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and Pulse this. I mean, there's obviously no way that I knew I was drawing the Pulse. So there's only one of them. Like, the upside of drawing Liliana and being able to empty the board is great. I mean, I know they could just stomp the Liliana. I mean, it's just unfortunate. Thanks, Ian, for the cheer. I guess. They stomped me, did they? They stomped me, okay. Interesting that they're not putting Obosh into their hand. Spell? Not a land. Alright, well that kills the Bone Crusher at least. I need some Bloodbraid action. That was every bit you had? Well, I appreciate you giving me every bit you have. Stomp me again. Yeah. Yikes. It's more and more bone crushers. Okay, so it does specify which ones are on an adventure and which one was lit with the stage. Alright, now my Maelstrom Pulse is gone. Come on, Bloodbraid. Come on, Bloodbraid. This would be an excellent turn for a Bloodbraid. Bloodbraid. Ooze is okay, too. If I eat something exactly now, I can avoid it getting stomped. Issue is that I only have 1 green unless I want to pay 3 life, and the first thing I try to eat, they can just relic. Yikes. Alright, land go. Bye, creature. Bye, creature. Alright, so one of these they're going to lose if they don't use right now. And they could just stomp me and put Obosh in their hand, or they could just stomp and cast a Bone Crusher. I mean, if they stomp me, cast a Bone Crusher, I can get the Ooze up to a 3/3. Not nothing. I don't think I still want to cast Ooze because they had a Bone Crusher in exile that they had to use immediately. So like I know they're gonna stomp, and I also know that I can't grow it because they have relics in play. They can just target themselves. So I mean, it's just throwing out a Scavenging Ooze if I do that. Like now they don't have any stomps left. Not bad. If they put Obosh into their hand, I could snipe it, but they've got some Baked Canyons. Leave up max green. Yeah, but these relics are gonna revert Ooze back to nothing more than a 2/2. Guess I'll play the land. Why not? I took the tracker out, so there's not really a value to holding it. Take out sorcery. The opponent has sorceries. Bone Crusher number 1. You don't want to cast a second one? Why not? You trying to pop relic? Alright, well I'll should probably just untap. Yeah, it's just untap. Because like if I draw Liliana here, I could kill this thing painlessly. Additionally, Bloodbraid into something could be good. It's a little late for that one to be good. I guess now I'll bolt because I can get an attack for 2. Feeling pretty behind though. Jam. This is mono red Prowess. Actually, it's a hyper aggro deck, but they get to play Obosh as their companion for basically free. Yeah, Bone Crusher is their way of playing a 2-mana spell in their only odd deck. So they have one card. I could Kolaghan's Command it. It's not getting much better. It's not buying back creatures with these relics in play. And it really sucks. I can't fight it over for life gain because they can just pop a relic because tapping it's free. Also, they just tap it and target themselves. The fourth stomp. All right. All right, I need Bloodbraid into like Liliana here to even have a chance. I'm due for a Bloodbraid though. Bloodbraid. Damn it. Alright, so I can gain 2, go to 9, then I'm just dead to a whole lot. Yeah, I can't come back from this. Like, I can Ravine and, like, plan on blocking, but that's not a winning scenario. Like, they have 2 Bone Crushers still on Adventure and the Obosh. Yeah, I just got a little unlucky there, I think. Come on, give me the nuts. So it's not the nuts, but it's pretty good. So I have to think about sequencing here. Forest is going to be pretty important under a Blood Moon, so I can cast stuff like Bloodbraid, but then Swamp casts like everything else. So I mean, maybe the play is Shock, play a Spell Bomb. Let's Shock, play a Spell Bomb. Like if they Swift Spear, I'm gonna be taking the extra damage here, which is unfortunate, but it's only Swift Spear that bites me. Alright, so this is gonna work out just fine. So now I can Ravine and Fatal Push unless something ridiculous comes off the top. Wow, that was a good one. Land go. I'll let them make all of their various instant and sorcery casting decisions before I Fatal Push. So this inclines me to want to get a Swamp. Again, like if I get Blood Moons though, it's just kind of unfortunate. Alright, I'm not going to let this hit me because they could be lighting up the stage. Alright, well now, if I don't get Blood Moons exactly this turn coming up, I can fetch Basic Forest. I can't get Basic Forest and cast Liliana, so I'll just go Swamp Liliana, Edict you. They're like auto-yielding too, or I guess they stopped auto-yielding. Stomp. Alright. So I would really like it for this Bloodbraid to hit another threat. Removal obviously doesn't do anything. Alternatively, I could do that, but I think I want to get the clock down. It'll be pretty unfortunate if I hit a removal spell. Bolt at least goes to face, but like Fatal Push and Terminate would both be unfortunate hits. The nuts is a Goyf, I think. Alright, Bolt at least goes to face. Yuck. That one's really good. So I can Kolaghan's command the Soulscar Mage. I mean, the elementals don't attack through Bloodbraid very well. I mean, if I attack with the Bloodbraid and it dies in combat, I can Kolaghan's command to get it back. That's something. The issue is they might just not even block, because they've got a pretty healthy attack on the backswing. Alternatively, I could try to block and then Kolaghan's command to buy it back after combat, but that seems loose. Fortunately, the edicts on the Liliana are not gonna be good for much anymore. And prowess can get out of hand, like the mechanic prowess on the Soulscar Mage. I mean, I could pop Spellbomb first and just like see what I hit. It's not crazy. Like, I'm gonna want their Soulscar on the yard anyway in case I draw something like Scavenging Ooze. Alright, there's Goyf. Goyf is big. Alright, so I think Goyf is gonna make me want to use the Kolaghan's command, because I don't want it getting smaller with minus counters. So I'll have the opponent discard and I'll shoot the Soulscar. Then as long as they don't have like mutagenic growth, this should work out fine. It's got another Seasoned Pyromancer. Jeez, what's their hand? Alright, well, I mean, we've got our basics, and the Liliana wasn't really doing much of anything anyway. Play a 4-3. You're gonna put Obosh in your hand. Play 4-3. Alright, time to start chaining Bloodbraids. That's all I gotta say. Bloodbraid. That's fine. So I mean, I could attack. I think I'm gonna attack. Cause like if they try to like line up some kind of double block, I'll do okay. And if they don't double block, I'll just terminate the Bone Crusher. Yeah, start getting the elementals out of here. Like, I gotta get through these things somehow. Uh-oh, they put Obosh in their hand. Is there any reason to terminate the elemental and then just get in for 5? This has me taking 6, going to 11. That just doesn't seem like it's gonna work out long run. I mean, one of the ways I come back is like I have to like 2-for-1 this thing. I think I'm just gonna take it and kill the elemental. Yeah, it feels really weird, but I think this is the only way I'm potentially catching up from behind. Like, if I'm killing this, then like I need to get damage in somehow. Like, if I Bloodbraid here and hit something good, and I mean, if they only leave one blocker back, I'm live to lightning bolting them. Play a land now, make it look like that's what I drew. I'm gonna play to my outs here and take the hit. I mean, if they just use the turn casting exiling a seasoned pyromancer, it sucks. It looks like that might even be the play. It's like they had Obosh pre-combat if that was the plan. Yeah, that's their plan. Blood Braid, damn it. All right, well now I have to stay back. These ravines would have been good without the Blood Moon. I mean, if they just Obosh here, I could still win. Like, I like block away. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't draw very many Blood Braids. There's some days I just draw all 4 of them, and then some days I just don't. Yeah, I guess which day today is, exactly. Alright, so I can block this. And then like terminate the other thing. Doesn't feel great though. Yikes. Now it has to be Blood Braid into something I don't even know. Play another 4/3. Yeah. Blood Braid. Oh boy. Alright, we're dead. Yeah, I think this should be a pretty good matchup. I think I drew well below average. And the opponent, the games that they won, the first game that they won, they had all 4 Bone Crushers, and in that game they had 3. Seasoned Pyromancer are also like a pretty good stabilizer for him. Potentially painful, but all of the colors, things to do on 1 and 2. Hard to mulligan that. Whoa. Oh, okay, so it's just Bant, but they're playing Salon Division. Alright, I'm okay if they path to exile my Tarmogoyf, that's fine. Growth Spiral's annoying. Salon Division is just a 1-for-1. I'll take the Planeswalker. Like, if they somehow find another copy of it, I'm just never beating that copy. Like, I have to attack it, basically. Alright, so there goes the Lumbering Falls Mountain Goyf. Oop, that's a pulse. Goyf. Come on, Moto. There we go. So, like, I'm kind of okay if they path me here. I need the lands anyway. Interesting that they didn't just play islands. Then they can Growth Spiral into a path. Does that tell me anything? I mean, they shocked anyway. They can't Growth Spiral into island path. So like maybe the card they drew was another white source, like basic planes. That would make sense. Okay, I don't know then. I think they just did that poorly. Inquisition, not a bad pickup. Verdict is the pickup. I'll take the Vision. It's Blood Braid time. There you go, Chaos. I found one. Alright, now they went Island instead of Breeding Pool. Liliana. Alright, well, they'll Growth Spiral in response, so... Hopefully they find something I can take. There goes Breeding Pool. Breeding... They do it again? Oh, Ice Fang? Jeez. Well, they're kind of far from that being turned on. Can I take something, please? Jeez. Fairy? Oof. I mean, I've got the pulse for it. They're pretty far from having Death Touch turned on. Ravine could be worse. This might not be a bad time to sacrifice Peatlands. Let's pay with Swamp. So like if they drew another Ice Fang, it still doesn't have Death Touch, so that's fine. If they drew like Path or something, we're okay with that. Ravine go. Ugh. That's beefy. So if I terminate here, actually, so now it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, like, if I terminate here, I can make sure I can get in with the Ravine, but it looks like the opponent is letting that happen anyway. Now I can save the terminate for the Uro and the Maelstrom Pulse for the Teferi. They don't even have Path to Exile available right now. Let's get in for a chunk. So I guess the plan with this Verdant is, how many black do I have? 3 black. I've got 2 green. I think I want more green, more black. So Overgrown Tomb. Here comes Uro. Gonna terminate the crap out of that. I mean, if they go like snow cover, that'll be a kind of a tilt. Or like snow. They have 1 snow, so they have another fetch. It sucks. I mean, as it stands, they're in chump block, but this attack is so bad. They're dead to a removal spell. Well, land. Well, it needs to be like Terminate, Abrupt Decay, or Trophy. But now they are just dead. Guess I have Peatland. Let's get Stomping Ground. Yeah, they're not just dead actually. We're off by 1, but that's fine. Maybe they have Force of Negation. That could be a thing. If they force this, I may be forced to pulse it. If they don't, though, sure. Alright, let's turn off all your fetches. Yeah, I think that attack from the opponent was kind of loose. They've been very aggressive with this 1-1. Alright, that's shut off. If you tap out first a fairy, I can just bolt you. Tuck that, sure. So I've got a couple routes to victory now. The easiest one is just bolt you and see if it works. Then if this doesn't work, they're forced to throw their thing in front of the Ravine. Alright, yeah. They didn't have it. Bant Uro. The most popular deck currently out there. We've got some tools for this. Yeah, I know the title says that. It's fine. There isn't an easy way to change it through Streamlabs. I have to log in through Twitch, which is not really that hard, but I just didn't do it. It'll be fine. So I like Bolt more than Push, I think. Like, Push kills Uro, but Bolts kill Planeswalkers. I think I really have to deal with Uro preemptively as opposed to proactively. Yeah, this is the leader, exactly. I might want this other Liliana. It's one of my only ways to, like, after the fact kill an Uro. But I mean, I brought in a lot of ways to get Uro beforehand. Like, I have 2 Kling's main, I brought in 2 Spell Bombs, I brought in 2 Ashioks. That's 6 ways to deal with it before it comes down. I still have ways to deal with it afterwards, like Terminate and Pulse. You know, let's cut a Terminate for this other Liliana. Liliana's just too good. It's hard to play the 1-for-1 game with Uro anyway. So we're going to lose to a good matchup, then win to a bad one? Is that how it works? Seems like it. Yeah, this hand's fine. No fetch land to occur, but as soon as we find one, this hand's insane. Fetch? Nope, not quite. Main phase spiral. They bricked. Okay. Well, there's the black source for Liliana. And if Liliana sticks, we actually do get the value off of the Renin 6 because we can plus and discard a land and get the value that way. Don't know why they would have main phased the growth spiral. Doing it again though. Yep. So lucky they hit it. Let's get the Liliana going, and then next turn we'll have a decision between Tracker and Bloodbraid. I think I'm actually going to go the route of Tracker next turn, because I think they're likely to discard Uro here. So like Uro could be coming down if I don't get rid of it. So I'm gonna go Tracker, then Shock over Entomb so I can cling. So I'll reveal the land that they're gonna see next turn anyway, most likely. There's the Uro. Even if they get it into play, I've got Liliana there. Teferi. Yeah, it's annoying. Teferi turns off the Cascade anyway. They just minus to hit the land. Fair enough. So they're short cards in the yard. mean, they're not going to be short after I plus, though. I could also just Renin 6 minus kill the Teferi that way. Probably should. Alright, so I still need to make this play, though. Actually, I guess I should be plussing first as to not give them information. So now I'll discard Mountain, because I'll be able to buy that back with Renin 6 at some point. There goes the verdict. So now I'm going to use the Renin 6, kill the Teferi. I will cast the Tireless Tracker, shock a tomb, trigger this, and then hopefully get rid of their Uro before anything bad happens. Alright, Uro down. Alright, that went well. Wreck, alright. Bant Wreck? Bant Wreck is a little less common, I think, right? Ooh, Spellbomb is a okay addition. So if I buy back Mountain, I can Blood Braid and Spellbomb. Alright, they just scoop. They're done. Alright, I mean, lose to a good one, win to a bad one. Sometimes it's just that way. Jund broken. Jund is the opposite of broken. Unless you mean broken as in it doesn't work, then yes, it's broken. Sounds pretty awkward. Alright, so I think I'm getting swamped the Thoughtseize on one. It'll suck if I draw a Renin 6, but the 2 life might matter more. So I'll get Swamp, then I have Stomping Ground, so I guess I'm getting Overgrown Tomb as well. So I guess I'll just bottom a Fetch, doesn't really matter which one. That one. Oh, crap. Alright, well, we're about to do one, too. Alright, so now I know my life total just, like, actually doesn't matter. Oh, hey, more lands. Alright, so I guess I'll just get Overgrown Tomb then, since it doesn't matter. Might as well make my mana good. Well, we got our 3 Cleansing Wildfires on the board. Hopefully they're good. Alright, so they've already got Tower. They've got the Tron. Into Ballista. Yeah, we're just never ever winning this game. I mean, I'll play a turn or two. I mean, as far as they know, we could be Shadow, right? There's Tower. So maybe they board like we're playing Shadow. You never know. I'll play Verdant again, so that's kind of disguised. We don't have anything to do anyway. I'm actually going to try to do something a little sneaky here. I'm going to Fetch Shock and then just untap to suggest that we're Shadow. Ballista.
Our ink levels haven't changed, so that's good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do something sneaky and Fetch Shock on tap. I'll get specifically Blood Crypt. Oh no, how unlucky. Alright, so hopefully they board like we're Shadow. I'm just boarding here to try to get some good threats, and like Bitter Blossom could be fast enough if we're on the play, which we are. Ooze is not really going to be anything bigger than a Grizzly Bear, so I think Bitter Blossom is going to attack for more than the Ooze. Ren and 6 doesn't kill anything. Buying back lands isn't that important. Fatal Push obviously doesn't do anything. I'll keep the bolts because they go to face. And bringing in all the land hate, obviously. Damn. Alright, we have 2 Wildfires, 2 Goyfs, and a Liliana. If there's red source on top, we just like can't lose. But if there isn't, we just can't win. I'm gonna keep all the fetches just because they take lands out of the deck. And we bottomed Mountain, so fetching now doesn't actually achieve anything. We just mix the land right back in. I guess we save life. Overgrown Tomb Tap does the same thing. Tarmogoyf. Liliana, not bad. Liliana pretty great, actually. Thoughtseize, not bad. Let's get Stomping Ground. Give me some perfect mana. I'll just discard a fetch here. Really need to draw like a Tarmogoyf or a Bloodbraid. A Bloodbraid a little awkward with the Sphere, but it's much better against them than it is against me. No Baloth, please. I guess they don't need to play Baloth usually because it's double green. There goes Karn. Natural Tron, but we've got Sphere. Perfect. I mean, it's kind of hard to not just plus, though. I think I really want to keep plussing. I mean, I could probably just get away with discarding Thoughtseize at this point. The issue is, like, I have a hard time beating just, like, a hard cast Wormcoil. Yeah, it feels bad. I'll discard Bloodbraid. Just wasn't the right time for it. There goes another Karn. They have redundant Tron in their hand. They are a skilled Tron player. Running 6, not bad. I think I'm going to try to keep this Liliana around for an extra turn. Like, I want to ultimate it and still have it at 1. Just don't draw a Ballista, please. Ballista would be tilting. Demonstrate a loop. Third Karn. Alright, so I'll ultimate next turn if they let me. Please no Thrag Tusker, Wormcoil. Mother trucker. They hit the Wormcoil. Oh, they hit the Ballista? Alright, well that keeps me off ultimate. Fighting the good fight as much as I can. They could still just draw a Wormcoil at this stage. Hey yo, that's a Goyf. So I will return a land and then discard that. I'm going to want another Liliana after the ultimate, so I'm not just going to discard the other Liliana. That one. Why Oppo no concede? Because they could just draw Wormcoil and it'd be really hard to come back. Like, even just casting Wormcoil off of 6 lands the hard way is plenty hard. Yeah, okay, so now we win. Now they concede. Oh yeah, I don't think regular Tron plays 6 mana Ugin though. At least I haven't seen it. Yeah, I don't think I have any changes. Do I want Grizzly Bear or a bad burn spell over anything? Don't think I do. Let's get going. Submit. They have mulligans. With no hate piece, I think I'm just gonna ship. Like, we've got turn 2 Bitter Blossom and a potential Liliana, but the odds that's good enough against just them having Tron are pretty low. This hand's great. I guess I'll just bottom Swamp. I want to keep my life total high-ish because I want the Bitter Blossom to have time to do its thing. They mulligan to 5 at least. Alright, they kept to 5. Tron land. Star. Yep. My one grizzly bear. Land go. Alright, so I'll get Stomping Ground with this, so I've got the trifecta of duels. Alright, well, they've got the Tron. We've got the Sphere. As long as I don't fail to find here, we should be making our way to a victory, hopefully. Alright, Bloodbraid. A little awkward with the Sphere, but Sphere much better against them than it is against us. Hold the wall. Crap. Alright, well that can get Blast Zone. So how do I best combat it? I mean, what are the odds they're yielded until end step and I can get the Ashiok down? Darn, they're not yielded. I mean, I still think it's probably an okay time to get down the Ashiok. Then at least they can't continue to search for stuff. Yeah, I needed to dodge the expedition map. They smartly crack it right now. Show me the blast zone. So we're gonna have a turn to do something impressive. I don't even think I'm gonna activate Ashiok because I want my glyphs to be big if I find them. Could mill myself, but I mean, then we're taking out sorcery artifact. I'm never adding artifacts unless we mill the other damping sphere exactly. Ugh. I mean, we could draw the Cleansing Wildfire right now. Cleansing Wildfire. I saw red, I got excited. Damn. So I don't want to play a 2-drop because that's going to get swept with the Blast Zone. So I mean, maybe I'm just playing a Bloodbraid as a 3-2 with haste. We don't get the card because of the Sphere. I mean, I don't have another play, and I need to get some pressure going. I will reveal something I can't cast. Watch it be Cleansing Wildfire. Bottom 2 lands, though. Three, up goes the zone. So really need to find a way to redisrupt the Tron. I mean, it can't be the other damping sphere right now because I would get blasted. We need the we need to find the Cleansing Wildfire here. Yeah, well, Pulse can at least kill their first thing. They didn't play a land, so their hand's got to be all haymakers. And we've got Pulse for the first one. If they like Karn minus, we can bolt the Karn. Show me the Karn. Oh, well, they still can't search, so this is just a cycle. Alright, that's kind of like searching. Oh, hey, look. It's a Karn. Please minus it. Please minus it. Please minus it. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. Am I even drawing live to anything? Don't think I am. I mean, I've got the pulse for the two things that it makes, but then I'm never ever dealing with the Karn. Tron. Fun times. So if this is a mid-range mirror, this hand is excellent. If we're playing against anything fast, we're going to have a hard time. Blackleaf Cliffs, no one drop. Alright, could be mirror. Blackleaf Cliffs could also mean black-red Prowess, but I think they'd have had a one drop most likely. Okay. So I think the plan is Stomping Ground, because then I'm going to get an Overgrown Tomb and then a basic Swamp. So if their play is Liliana, Renin 6 at least mitigates that. They didn't have a Renin 6, so that's good. I mean, my guess at this point would be Jund, but no 1 mana play, 2 mana play. I mean, that there you go, Jund. It could have just been that they were looking. Their hand could just be like all removal. Alright, they know about the Mire. Let's play that. And then given that I think their hand's all removal, and they don't have Renin 6, I'm just going to Liliana Edict them. That seems quite strong. Like, if they Bloodbraid me here, it's unfortunate. That could be another explanation for why they just haven't done a whole lot. Liliana also not ruled out quite yet, because like our Renin 6 does a good job of mitigating that, so they might just be holding the Liliana for a removal spell. Would not be surprised by Bloodbraid. Oof. Alright, so now they can kill Renin 6 if they want. Looks like they want. Or they just want to knock it to 2 and kill the Liliana anyway. Nope, they want that dead. Alright, Inquisition is interesting. They could clear the way for a Goyf, but I think they've got multiple removal spells. Playing Bloodbraid now dodges a Thoughtseize. But Inquisition is not going to be good for much longer. So I should definitely plus first till they discard without information. Mire is the one they know about, so I'll just ditch that. Then I'll go Inquisition, try to clear the way for the Goyf to defend Liliana. Because like very quickly, Inquisition's not going to do anything. Especially with active Liliana. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot happening, and I haven't had much power. Main deck Plague Engineer. Interesting. All right, well I can take the Fatal Push, which does clear the route for the Goyf, as was intended. Bolt was revealed off of their Bloodbraid. So the Liliana, not likely long for this world. I think I should just snap off the Edict right away, even if it is killing only a Bloodbraid. I mean, I could Bloodbraid first and see if that hits like a Lightning Bolt or a Fatal Push off of Revolt. Then I can continue plussing. How are they getting past the Goyf? They could just be lucky and draw Liliana. Liliana would be worst case for me. Or they could draw Trophy. That works too. I guess if I draw Ooze, I'm going to want Forest. But there's not that much good food. I've only got 2 black currently. Let's grab one of those. You know what? Let's grab Mountain. Because if they kill a Ravine, I'm still going to want 2 red sources. Yeah, Trophy is not as bad for me as a Liliana is, but it's still pretty bad. So I could just Ravine now to get out of Lightning Bolt range, but it's really enticing to just cast this Bloodbraid. I'm going to do it. Come on. Another Liliana, I guess. Red and 6? Sure. I can sacrifice Peatland and buy it back immediately. And then I know about Kolagon's command. So, I mean, the issue is like if I block the Bloodbraid, they're just gonna Kolagon's command and get back the Bloodbraid. So there's no winning here. I think what I have to do is turn this into a damage race, combining Ravine and a Bloodbraid of my own. So I'm gonna attack. Because like I'm not winning if they retrieve this Bloodbraid with a K command, so a block just isn't really a good option. I mean, they're gonna have to attack this Ren 6 twice to get it down. Plague Engineer can complicate attacks, but if I draw removal, if I draw like 1 mana removal, I can Revolt a push or like bolt it and like continue attacking. I think Erase is the only way I'm beating this Kolagon's command. Come on, just Thoughtseize me here. Please Thoughtseize me. My hand is so bad. Come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Why am I listening to religious music?
Yeah, buying back Goyf is a legal play. But that's not Bloodbraid. Alright. I mean, they're opening the avenue of a race being a way that I win. I mean, they could just double creature next turn, which is probably the plan. Goyf of my own is interesting. I kind of want to hold the Goyf though, because if they could play engineer and name Lurgoyf, and then Lurgoyf's just outsize mine. I think I should just continue the plan of jam with my creatures. Like if I can get them on the back foot, there's a chance they can stop there. They'd stop attacking. Because I mean, if they go creature and then attack with any number of them, they risk dying on the backswing. They don't know how much burn I've got in hand. I mean, like one more hit with anything puts them within range of dying to some flurry of burn spells. Goyphopotamus. Yep. I mean, if I were them, I'd probably just name Lurgoyf anyway. Like, if they name Elf, my thing still trades with theirs. They should just name Lurgoyf. Yeah, they do. Overgrown Tomb time. Not great. Well, I can't attack with Ravine, so I guess I'll just Inquisition, Goyf, play Peatland. I can sack Peatland first, see what I hit. It's not the worst. I mean, that doesn't really impact the Inquisition decision. Am I short on mana? I'll have a 3, 6, 7. I'll have 5 mana. So if I draw a 2-drop, I can still do it all. So I can Inquisition first. Please be something I can take. It's not a land, apparently, because they probably had to play it. If it's Bloodbraid, that sucks. Alright, cool. I get to take something. That's good. Peatland. Sacrifice. Said Peatland. Play a 4/5. Land's no bueno. I mean, their attack is awkward here. Like if they just hit with Goyf, I can double block. And then I'm even maybe ahead on the race if their last card is dead. Yeah, they can't really attack. So, I mean, I guess it's not removal. I need a hit here, though. Need a hit. Come on, deck. Alright, well, that can at least kill the Plague Engineer. Guess I'll pass. Rude. Come on, just pass. Okay. Alright, and ooh. Alright, so we have lethal actually. I can revolt a fatal push, kill the Bloodbraid, attack with the ravine. And if they have removal, they go super low, but then the Glyph isn't attacking. So it looks like this plan that I had from the beginning is gonna end up working out. Does it matter what I get here? The forest. In case I hit an ooze of some kind and like this for some reason doesn't just kill him. Alright, and they're yielded. Bam. Phew. Realize too, if we had one less attack with the ravine, this would not have worked. So I think the aggressive line is what won there. Like had I the turn where I went Inquisition Goyf instead of Bloodbraid, had I Bloodbraided, we probably would have lost. Bitter Blossom. No, Ren and 6, please. Nice. Alright, so this Bitter Blossom will hopefully go to town. We know they're playing Trophy. But I mean, if they Trophy me early, we could Bloodbraid on turn 3. Yeah, turn 2 Bitter Blossom in the mirror is going to be phenomenal. It's gonna make Liliana pretty awkward. Oh, they get to just name Fairy. Sure. Sure. I mean, I can Fatal Push it. Probably just gonna go Fatal Push Goyf now. This is gonna get Overgrown Tomb almost definitely, which means I can Goyf and just say go. Alright, so to note, I don't want to pulse that because then mine will die too. Ooh, I could just push it though. That's much easier. Could also just Blood Braid though. Yeah, it's just Blood Braid. Liliana? Bolt. I mean, if I bolt the Goyf, that enables an attack with Goyf. But they could have a bolt of their own to trade Tarmogoyfs, and I don't want to trade Tarmogoyfs. So I'll just go upstairs. Not the greatest Blood Braid. Any Planeswalker would have been phenomenal. Another creature would have been great. I mean, Bolt is definitely a lower percentile hit. Bam, they got Bitter Blossom then. You know, the bottom right one is a little long.
Oh yeah, these are the same.
Another Blood Braid. Alright, well, Glyphs are huge. Let's just get theirs out of the way and get a huge hit in. And to note, this is the sideboarded Fatal Push, because I know because the art is different. And now that their pulse is gone, I have no fear playing second Tarmogoyf. Spin the wheel. I mean, short of a second Maelstrom Pulse, I think we're going to win. I mean, that's interesting. They can kill a Blood Braid, block a... They still die. Yeah, the second Glyph is more than lethal. I guess it is lethal. Fairy is more than lethal. Return a Glyph, and yeah, they're just dubs. They'd have to go land into removal spell here. And even then, I've got the Pulse for the Blood Braid. Yeah, we did it.
There's a tough one, but they're pretty good. It's gotta be next to soccer. Did you notice the little soccer in the corner watching her?
Pretty well-rounded hand. No second black, so we've got some lackluster draws. But I mean, we've got threat, we've got disruption, we've got 3 lands. Kind of hard to say no. Oh crap! Amulet Titan. This hand is not very well set up for Amulet Titan. They also got like all of the Titans in the world. Alright, well, the thing we could play is nice. Goyf would have been better, but Ooze is fine too. This at least attacks as a 3/3 after we eat the Grazer. Alright, so the returning Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool in hand. Oof, and there's the Goyf. So now maybe we don't even eat the Grazer, because that makes the Goyf small. I think I'm still gonna, though. I mean, I'm gonna bolt them end step to re-increase the size of the Goyf. This gets in an extra damage. Say yes. Eat the thing, right? Yeah, eat the thing. Play a 1/2. Alright, well this hand's developed pretty nicely. They haven't had any quick starts because we were able to take their grazer. There's the pool that we knew about. Alright, well that not gonna do a whole lot. I mean, there's a chance we can take something and grow the Tarmogoyf. I mean, we know it's not going to take anything, right? Because they just played something. Unless they don't want to play like an Arboreal Grazer. But even Arboreal Grazer blocks the Goyf. I mean, oh, we could take Summoner's Pact. That adds instant. So yeah, let's do it. Summoner's Pact is something we can take. So they picked up more copies of Titan. So they have effectively 5 Titans in their hand. Pretty funny. They're going to get to Karn next turn. Yeah, wow indeed. I mean, my opponents are generally pretty good at drawing Titan against me, but not this good. Vestige, yep. So they can Karn here if they'd like. Yep. What do you want to get? Explosives? Yeah, that makes some sense. So I mean, if I bolt them, I can Bloodbraid and maybe kill them. Yeah, let's bolt you. Like I could bolt the Karn, but if I don't hit the land, I can just attack it. Let's go for lethal. Is there any reason to exile their instant? I've got instant of my own. It's probably just free to get rid of theirs. Unless they have Bajuka Bog, in which case that'll shrink my Goyfs. Okay, so that would be a reason to not eat it. Darn. Alright, so I guess I have to kill the Karn. And attack them for 2. Alright, so I need to dodge Castle Garenbrig. Actually, not even Castle does it. Because they only have 1 green to put into it. Maybe I should have just attacked them to 4. Yep, you got 2 counters on there. Come on, deck. Alright, well that lets me Bloodbraid. It'll be really awkward if Bloodbraid hits a 2-mana creature. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Liliana would be fine. Pulse. Pulse doesn't actually do anything. Yeah, I guess I'll kill your explosives, sure. Yeah, Renin 6 is awkward too. No, my creatures didn't attack. In. 4. You're at 4. 4 is also very relevant. Because it's not 3, which is 1 hit lethal. Renin 6 here would be good though, because that deals the 1 extra point that we need. Demonic Tutor. This is going to be another matchup where there's the castle, where Cleansing Wildfire is going to be strong, and they drew Dryad. Damn. Well, we can terminate the Dryad, get them to 1, and then play Tarmogoyf. I mean that's our only line. Red, black, hit you to 1. I mean, they're gonna get to Titan me, but I've got 2 lethal attacks, one of which is bigger than the Titan. And if they get zombies here, we can push one of them out of the way. I mean, we're not dead here. We've got outs. So they can Field of the Dead and something make 2 zombies, but that 2 zombies has them dead. They're not dead to I guess zombies, 2 zombies and 2 life. It puts them to 3. No, they're dead to that 2. No, they're not. No, they're not, because they block. I can only push 1. So I would guess that they're getting life and a zombie. They can't Valakut me right now because they don't have mountains. They don't have the Dryad. If I were them, I think I would 2 life and 2 zombies. The 2 zombies are almost the no-brainer. It's the 2 life that I think might be in question. Like maybe they Bajuka Bog me, or Bajuka Bog themselves even. They're adding artifact, enchantment, and planeswalker. It doesn't make Goyf not lethal though. Literally any damage is lethal. Yeah, as far as game 1 is concerned, I can only hope it's ever this close, so that's lucky. Game 1 win rate against this deck I don't think is very high. They're not getting zombies? Oh, they're gonna bounce Radiant Fountain and replay Radiant Fountain? And I guess that makes some sense. Unfortunately, our Pulse and our Terminate are gone. Packed. They played a Forest? Oh, that's going to get the Radiant Fountain into play. Sure. So their hand is Titan. We drew a Swamp. That is not going to do it. I mean, I get to push the Grazer, which means they have to block Tarmogoyf, and they're going to go to 2 again. And then it's up to the next Titan to do something impressive. I'm sure they've got the mana. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they've got the mana for this, as long as they have the green for the castle, which they do. It's like now they've got to make zombies, right? I wonder if they play like a Colony Garden. Make an 0-1 plant. Here's the field. Alright, our Pulse is gone too. So I'm assuming they're just bouncing Radiant Fountain, replaying it, going to 4, and then we can't even bolt them. Yup. Yeah, that's not going to do it. We're dead. Got a lot of good sideboard things, though. This was them without even an amulet. Alright, Ashiok is great. Cleansing Wildfire is going to be great. Damping Sphere going to be great. I definitely like the Fatal Pushes over the Lightning Bolts because these killed the Dryad. Kolaghan's Command kills Amulet. Terminate kills Dryad unconditionally. I'll cut a Renin 6. We didn't see any Sakura Tribe Scouts, but Renin 6 deals with those pretty well. This has me needing to cut 4. If they're playing Uro, I'm going to want the Klings, but I don't think they are. And then Ooze is also pretty slow. I'll cut one of those. I think Baloth is going to be something I have to be wary of, but I don't think that's a reason to not play Liliana, especially on the play. Yeah, maybe I just don't want all of these pushes. Let's give this a go. Let's go first. Keeper. No sideboard cards, but we've got the curve of Thoughtseize into Goyf into Pulse. Bloodbraid on top if we can hit some lands. Opponent has mulliganed at least once. See if we can snipe an amulet. Taking Dryad makes Goyf really big. They have to Telerio Est on one. And if I take the Dryad, I can save the Pulse for a different permanent. I think I like that plan. Another Inquisition. So they can't even cast the Ancient Stirrings this upcoming turn anyway. I'm definitely just going to Tarmogoyf here. And if I draw a land, I can go Goyf into Inquisition on turn 3, which would be excellent. Threat assembled. Go. So yeah, the ideal draw would be untapped land. It's like worst case scenario, I get to take a Summoner's Pact. Alright, so back into the hand goes Telerio West. Awesome, we drew the land. Alright, so Swamp, Inquisition. They've already got the Titan, so no reason to take the Pact. Let's just take the Stirrings. I mean, taking the Pact does add instant, but I think Stirrings is more dangerous if it finds something like an amulet. Let's take Stirrings. Goyf. And jam. I mean, I suppose if they find amulet, play amulet, we've got the Pulse for it. Explore, that's a new one. That's the new one. It's a pretty good hit for them, too. So now they can go Telerio West, Gruul Turf, bounce Telerio West. I guess I could Sanctuary. Castle. Liliana not bad. I know their hand now, too. There is no sign of an obstinate Baloth. But no matter what they discard, I guess if they discard instant, that'll grow the Goyf. I've got my clock now, so I think I am okay just discarding the Bloodbraid and keeping the Pulse for something that they play. And if they discard Pact, then Goyfs will hit a little harder. Right, they don't. I mean, we still have lethal next turn. They gotta do something. Who needs sideboard cards? You can just draw Thoughtseize into Goyf into Inquisition Goyf. Easy. Watch me die here. I mean, if they go untapped land, they can cast Titan. But yeah, that doesn't put the 7th land into play for Field of the Dead to be good. So Liliana on board, just Edicts Titan. I guess they could Radiant Fountain and not be just dead. Alright, so on the draw, definitely going to have to look more aggressively for a sideboard card. It's easier to execute the beatdown plan like we just did while we're on the front foot. On the back foot, it's going to be a little harder. Now we can get Veil of Summer too, since we're on the draw. I mean, I guess they don't have that much untapped green on turn 1. Alright, there's Sphere. That's pretty great. We've got 2 Glyphs as well. Alright, this sounds good. Fetch land would be the best draw, because that enables Run and 6. Amulet, yep. Please no Explore. Crap. Okay, that's not an Explore. This could be another Amulet though. Oh, that'd be brutal. Alright, well luckily we've got the Sphere to make their lands not just tap for infinite. Or effectively infinite. What feels like infinite. Alright, Blackleaf Cliff Sphere. Go. Please don't kill me. I mean, their top lands still generate 2 mana because they'll untap twice. So they have 3 mana this turn. Alright. So I could just go Goyf here. I think I want to start tearing their hand apart with the Liliana though, and like next turn I can go Goyf. If I want to go Goyf next turn, I can't play Blackleaf Cliffs now. I have to Peatland or Bloodstained Mire. Actually, I can't Goyf next turn because of the Sphere. So it doesn't really matter a whole lot. So I guess I should just play the Blackleaf Cliffs this turn, so I have all my lands on tap. So like on turn 5, I can go 2-drop, 2-drop if I want. All right, and it's unfortunate if they have Baloth, but I'm not really in a position to play around it very well. Yeah, I think my next 2 turns are devoted to Tarmogoyfs, in which case, like, having a Planeswalker in the yard might be a good thing. Yeah, let's get a yard Planeswalker there. Please no Baloth. Maybe if they've got it, then they've got it. Or they don't got it. Hold the wall. Alright, so 4 mana this turn. But only red as far as colors are concerned. More Goyfs. Alright, so that's plus again. They didn't have Baloth last turn. No reason to think they have it this turn. Alright, now I'll discard, I guess, a Mire this go around. No Baloth, please. There goes a Pact. Alright, so if we draw a green source next turn, we can go Goyf into Goyf. I mean, if I'm gonna pop off this ultimate first chance I get. Alright, again, they've only got red mana. Damping Sphere doing the work. Alright, that is not a green source. So we'll just discard the swamp. We're 1 tick off ultimate. No Baloth, please. Alright, it's an explorer, sure. Jam. Can't get Beast Within yet, they don't have green. So yeah, green source there would have been really good for us because then we threaten lethal next turn. As it stands, they're going to get another one. Not if we get to ultimate though. Ultimate could be very strong. Castle. Alright, well they're a white mana away from being able to activate Castle. That's funny. Renin 6. I could Renin 6, get back Bloodstained Mire, play Tarmogoyf. I'm pretty sure I should just be ultimating here. How would I split it? I think it's just 2 lands and an amulet, 2 lands and an amulet. They can't Veil of Summer me here, so that's good. I guess, this? Yeah, the piles are kind of weird here. I'm not even sure what would be right. I'm thinking this. You'd go lands or amulet. What if I did 2 amulets and a land? Like the one that makes a color. I like this. Yeah, I think I like this. Bam. Yeah, I like it as well. Glad you agree. Because, like, they kind of can't... Because, like, you would think that they can't keep the... They have to keep the land, so at least they didn't? Interesting. I think they might have scooped because the moto's lagging. Yeah, okay. So, as I said, game 1 is bad, but games 2 and 3, sideboard cards tend to pull through. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the deck again. Alright, so I'll do my quick deck tech. So the card under scrutiny, Cleansing Wildfire, we never saw it. We had 2 matchups where it was going to be good. That's Tron and the match we just played, Amulet Titan. Unfortunately, we just didn't see it. We didn't get to test it. The Damping Spheres, however, were very good. We saw it versus Amulet and Tron, and it was fantastic. Bitter Blossom was still quite good this league. The extra Fatal Push still came in handy. Brutality we brought in but didn't get to cast. And Spellbomb we brought in, but we casted once and it was fine. As far as the main deck is concerned, I still really like how it's going. I still really like the split of pushes to bolts. There's a lot of stuff Bolt can't kill, like Glyphs and Shadows, that push has a really easy time with. The stock split of 4 Inquisitions to 2 Thoughtseizes is still pretty standard, and I still like it. The two Clings have still been really great. We saw that we were able to snipe an Uro with one of them. We had a Liliana in play at the time, but we were able to keep on plussing because we were able to cling it out of the yard. I think I only actually cast the Cling that one time. I don't think I actually saw one in a hand that I kept. But to back up the Cling, we've also got Ooze as another form of Graveyard Hate. I don't think this is too much. I kind of like four pieces of main deck Graveyard Hate. It's been pretty nice. And I haven't really gotten Scavenging Ooze flooded. I think two or 3 is probably a good number. Leaning towards 2 just because I want to fit stuff like a Tireless Tracker in. Renin 6 still great. Still really liking the 2 Terminates. I have yet to have a case where I wanted to kill a non-creature permanent that I couldn't already deal with the rest of the deck. So the Terminator has been pretty excellent, not giving my opponent's lands. I get to kill things like Gurmag Angler pretty easily. Glyph still Glyph. Liliana still Liliana. I like the split of 1 Kolaghan's Command, 1 Maelstrom Pulse. I still think Kolaghan's Command is not super well positioned right now. 2 damage isn't killing a whole lot, especially through Prowess creatures. There are potentials for blowouts. And then lots of the removal right now is exile based, or they just go over the top with Uro, so buying back a creature isn't always a relevant mode either. Additionally, not a whole lot of artifacts. And what's the other mode? Discard a card. Discard a card is probably the weakest mode at face value. So I mean, it has its really great spots, like against the Jund Mirror that we played. But all in all, it's an excellent card. I just don't think is perfectly well positioned right now. But I still think it earns 1 slot. And then Bloodbraid's still the best curve topper that's available to the color trio. 24 lands, still really liking it. Ravine is fantastic. We beat the Junmir literally off the back of it and it alone. Like, we had some backups, but Ravine was the reason we won like 1.5 of those games. I haven't gotten flooded a whole lot. I did get flooded, I think 2 games this league. One of them was the Junmir, though, and we ended up winning because we had the Ravine. And the other game that we flooded, it was just kind of unfortunate. But I think we also had a red and 6 going that game, so it wasn't a natural flood. It was kind of self-induced. So yeah, that's going to be it for this league. If you like content like this, you should definitely follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe over on YouTube. You can find both of my links to those pages on the bottom of your current screen. So until next time, have a good one, and Jundam out.